We are now back for the start of the season. I've played a few, realised I've made a few mistakes, rectified them to the best of my ability, and won all three that we've played. Let's go and have a see what's happened. Welcome back to episode number 6. I'm on my second hand of numbers now. How very exciting. As I mentioned in the intro, I've played 3 and won 3. It's not been as convincing as it sounds. However, we have got a 100% record. As I mentioned, I believe in the previous episode, balance isn't really an issue for us at the moment, apart from the fact that we're now $350,000 in debt. That's an odd amount to say, but it is exactly that figure. So, that's not great. We're hemorrhaging money. If I put us into the finance screen, we are spending roughly £2,000 a week more than we're supposed to, which isn't ideal, which means that we're losing quite a hefty chunk of money week on week, really. I'm not going to run through every one of our new signings because in total this season I've made 22. There's going to be more. We have signed someone though, which I wasn't expecting to even see, let alone actually join us. Jordan Ibe, the man that moved from Liverpool to Barcelona for Barcelona? It's not Barcelona, Bournemouth. I mean, it's basically the same team. But he moved there for £15 million, and now he's playing in the Finnish second tier. It's been a downward slope for him. We've also brought in a few other players. Adeleke Akinyemi, we haven't had a chance to play him yet, but he's going to be our new man up top. He looks pretty handy. As I say, he's played one game non-competitive. He hasn't actually got a game for us in the league yet. I think we might be able to play him in this one. Also, we've brought in Vinny Locatelli for our third foreign player. So all the ones that I've mentioned in a few episodes back, we only had 2, and we've brought in this guy to be our centre mid. He looks pretty handy. So he's going to be that guy for us. I was going to give you a rundown on the squad, but I thought, kill 2 birds, start this game, tell you the line out for the game, and show you the squad. Many efficient. We are playing Musan Salama, who are currently second in the league. So be a tricky team for us to play. So far we have played Rops, and we beat them 1-0. We then played Hercules, and we beat them 1-0. And we played Grancula, and we beat them 2-1. From a 90th minute goal from them, which is annoying. So we nearly had 3 clean sheets. Issues being, not only do we need the 3 non-EU players, or at least at most the 3 non-EU players, we have to have the 9 Finnish players that we're aware of, and then we can only have, we have to have at least 4 players from Finland in the starting 11. It does kind of give us a little bit of a limitation there. So while we've got very good players, we have to play ones by the like of Biscata, which is a little bit annoying. I know I like Biscata, but he's not as good as someone that I'd want to play, like Giannoulis. But I don't have a choice, so we're playing Biscata. But our goal is still Bianchini. Edmundo's our best right back. Our best left back is Kukoc. I can probably put Bjorn back there. We'll lose only a star, and it allows us to take Biscata off and put Giannoulis in. That probably makes more sense. Brunel and, as we said, Giannoulis. The base midfield, we've got Bolzoni. We've got Vinny Locatelli, our new guy, playing as the attacking playmaker. We won't. I was going to make him Roman playmaker. Not going to do that. Not a fan. We've got Heiko Harry. Don't know where Heiko came from. We then have Chiara Leinen at right mid. We are going to leave him in because I've got ideas for subs at full time. Not at full time. Can't make subs then on 60 minutes. I'm thinking we're going to swap the wingers over for Bjorkskog and Ive. We'll see if we've got injuries or whatnot in that time. And then we also have Akinyemi as the striker. We brought in quite a few that are just there because they are Finnish, really. Because I just didn't have the players to be able to do so. We have a free kick on the corner. It's put from Carl to Brunel on the back post, and he's nodded it in. I'm really struggling to speak today. I don't know why. But it's not fun. He's peeled off the defence, headed it into the corner of the stanchion, or whatever the hell you want to call it, right in the post-it note. And it's gone in. Why are the lines blue and yellow? Why is it not red and green or red and yellow or whatever? I don't get why it's blue and yellow. It's half time. We haven't been convincing, but we have got the lead. We're controlling possession, which is kind of what we want to do. We have now hit the hour mark. So we'll make those 2 subs I was talking about, in taking Macula off for Ibe, and then Bjorkskog on for... Do you know what? We'll leave Carl on, because we don't need to take him off. We can swap these 2 back around as well. We have... No, we'll leave Ibe on the left. Why the hell not? We have Beyond back that we can take off for Kukoc. No, we can't. This is one of the things. We have to have 4 players off, so I need to remember who's Finnish and who's not. So I could take him off for Biscata, and then swap the 2 centre back. Well, swap the centre back and Biscata around. That works. It's just awkward. It's what it is. We have the ball in the middle of the park. Jordan Ibe is doing his thing. He's cut back, and he's managed to keep possession with us, to be fair. I wasn't expecting that pass to be finding one of our players. Edmundo puts it through to Carl. And he tried to sneak it around the goalkeeper, but he managed to make the save. Goalie lumps it forward, and Giannoulis heads back to Bianchini. He kicks it straight back out. It's got to be finishing this highlight now, surely. Brunel, back to Biscata. He just stood there. I mean, I'm not rushing them to get the ball back, but I'm just not sure why they're being quite so just blasé about it all. They just got no urgency at all. Locatelli, Bolzoni, all the way out to Edmundo. Brilliant ball in, and that was a bit good. I am a fan of that. I think it was 2 passes, and the ball didn't touch the floor from it being passed over from Bolzoni. He knocks it up to the wing. Edmundo crosses it first time. Akinyemi sticks it in. Beautiful. It's 2-0. We'll drop some praise on them. Tell them that they're doing good. And we've got only 2 minutes left. Should see us through. We've got a 5-point gap at the moment, but we do have, I can only assume they're called Kappa, that have got a game in hand behind us. Well done. Crack on. Don't normally come back between games, because I've not usually got reason to do so. But we've just set an Ikonen record. Go us. 10 games unbeaten is a new record. And we've also got 7 wins in a row. Is a new Ikonen record as well. Well done us. We do now have Club-1. So it's HJK's team. Their reserve squad that we're now aware of. They have played a mighty 4 games and not won 1. Whereas we have played 4 and won every game. So hopefully, this should be quite good for us. It is telling us to play very defensive, but I think it's because it's kind of thinking that we're playing against the actual HJK. Don't believe there's any changes or anything that I want to make. The only one I want to look at is Locatelli and Brunel are both a bit tired, but outside of that, we'll just crack on. There is a throw-in on the right for Club-1. Arminen knocks it forward to Anini Jr. He's doing dribbling away like a good one, he is. Back with their defender into the midfield. They don't seem Wallius. That name, fantastic. We don't seem to want to get the ball off them at the moment. So I hope that what's his name, Bjornbach gets. No, he hasn't. They've crashed it off the crossbar. Bear in mind, we've conceded only 1 goal this season. Would have been a bit disappointing to concede that one. Edmundo puts it in on the right hand side. Oh, to Mantala. I'm pretty sure he was running away from that ball and managed to head it in over his shoulder. Which, if that is the case, pretty impressive. Let's have a little look. So I'm pretty sure he's this one here. So if we follow him, that's exactly what he's done. What a guy. Well done. Is that finished neck strength? It is coming up to half time. I'm just going to do what we normally do. Just give him a little pat on the back. Well done. And I am going to tell you that I've been asking for a badge, coaching course thing, since I've joined. And every time I ask for it, they just say, no, you're not having it, because we think you might leave us if you better yourself. which is good of them. And then what they're also saying at the bottom of it, which I didn't notice before, is saying, can you stop wasting our times with requests like this? So not only are they not helping me develop myself, it's then a hindrance for them for me to try and ask for it. It's quite annoying. After those meetings, I am tempted to just resign and join somewhere else. But I realise I need them at the moment to help get my reputation up a bit. But if they carry on, and if they haven't given me a coaching course by the end of the year, regardless of what happens, I think I'm going to move on. Just because I'm a little bit annoyed about it, to be quite honest. Macula's just scored an immaculate goal. It would be better if I said immaculate, wouldn't it? And Clubby still haven't got a point on the board. And it's looking like they're not going to have another one by the end of this game. Which is good. Bolzoni and Brunel playing between themselves. Heyeman, Macula's cutting him from that left-hand side. He kind of ran over towards Akinyemi and then just stopped. But Bjornbak's out on the left. Cuts it back to Macula. Back to Heyeman on the edge. Oh, and his shot's just over. We've just passed the 50th minute. We're doing all right. We're picking up a little bit from where we had been. We're looking to finish this game with a clean sheet, preferably. Bjornbak is out on the left-hand side. He cuts it back to Heyeman, who's then cut it back to Brunel, I thought he was then going to cut it back to someone stood behind him. Peltola for Clubby. It's just done well to dispossess. He's pegging it down the left-hand side for him. So frustrating. The wingers run into the danger area and then turn around and pass. I don't know why they do it. I'm pretty sure I've asked my fullbacks to actually cross from the byline, so you'd think that they'd actually cross from the byline, as I'd asked. But they decide to not do that. Anini Jr. has... Bjornbak's getting sent off. Well, we all know that isn't acceptable. And I'll be surprised if he plays another game for me now. Because little things like that annoy me. Also, what happens now? Because I haven't got 4 players that are finished on the pitch. I don't know. I think it means I have to bring a finished player on if I want to sub someone. But let's try and bring someone on that isn't finished for someone that isn't finished. Okay. It does take that into account. I was expecting a bug where I had to sub off someone. So we'll bring Biscata on for the left back. And we'll just go with that formation. Another odd camera angle. Very vertical. What's it called? I don't know what it's called. Whatever it's called. Ball's back with our goalkeeper. Manzala gets it out to the right back, does it? No. Yes. Yes, he does. I'm trying to preempt what they're going to do. And as soon as I did that, it looked like he was going to blast it upfield. And then as soon as I corrected myself, he then did what I originally said. He's having me on. I think he can hear me. I must be on the tannoy. Turno puts it to the back post. Nkeng, his header, goes over. Bianchini wasn't concerned. You saw how calm he was with the save. Peltola, free kick. Oh, brilliant save from Bianchini. Turns it wide for a goal kick. It's not what it's called. It's a corner. At some point, I'm going to understand basic football. Anini Jr. puts it in. Vinny Locatelli heads it out. And the highlight ends abruptly. There's another one. Carl, all the way to the back post. Mantiala's chasing it. And Wallace has picked it up for Clubby. He just walked off. Don't worry about carrying on or pressing him or anything. Just go and peg it back to position. There's people covering you, lad, but it's fine. Peltola has the ball on the middle, puts it out to Terho. Brilliant ball over to Nkeng, and a great goal. It just is. I'm a bit upset about goals like this being scored against us. Happened in one of the cup games as well. Just lost it over. Brunel's asleep. And the goalie just comes at it with one of them. Tries to palm it away. Shocking. It's 2-1. We've conceded our first goal of the season on camera. And I'm a bit concerned that the highlight's carrying on. So I'm going to drop us down to cautious. But last time I dropped us to cautious, we ended up dropping points. So I don't know. I'm conflicted. We've got 19 minutes left. We'll take off Akinyemi for Macula and we'll bring on Ibe out on that left-hand side. Biscata's come in, he's not playing particularly well. We'll leave that third one. We'll leave it for the time being because I can't think of anyone else to bring on, to be quite honest. Bianchini plays it short to Mantiala. He puts it over to his centre-back partner, back to Mantiala, back to the goalie. I don't know what they're doing. I know I've asked them to play it short, but they can get it away from the back three. Why have I started on trying to pronounce this fella's name? Anini's back. We like him. Halsti, Kukichi, Ruckman, Halsti, all the way out to Buka, and another volley goes just over. I'm uncomfortable with how dangerous their volleys look. We are 6 points clear at the moment. Kappa do still have that game in hand, so it will take them to just the... Oh, my brain's gone. 4 points behind us. I think goal difference should be strong for us. We haven't been particularly convincing in any of the games. I think 2-0's our highest win, but we've won every one so far. So there is that. Scratch that. It's a draw. I'm putting this all on Beyond back. I'm also going to demand some more off him and take us back from cautious to balanced. It's just poor. It just is. A pointless kick out from the goalkeeper that I haven't asked for. Across to my left back who's in no man's land. Yet again, Brunel isn't aware to a defensive situation. It's just not good. But I'm struggling to replace them. And I've signed far too many players in attempting to replace them and not fully understanding the registrations. Oh, surely not. Okay, and King's shot goes just wide. There's about 20 seconds left now. We'll just take it as a draw. I'm going to lob something at Beyond back. And then we'll be back. That was a stretch. In the next episode. I'm going to say I am unhappy. And then what I'm going to do is individually find Beyond back, lob a water bottle at him and tell him I'm disappointed for him getting sent off. He's down and uninspired. Brilliant. As we don't have any cup competitions to contend with, we'll be back for HIFK and TPS. Turun Palacinero, whatever they're called. Palasuera. We'll be back for those two. We'll see where we are at that position. Hopefully we're nice and comfortable in the league. We know that we carry on through our points, so we just want to make sure we get as much as possible for when the break-off happens. We should be, in our current performance, in the top half, but there's no guarantees. There's still a lot more that can happen, but hopefully, it all happens in our favour. And I hope you'll be back for these two games next episode. If you have enjoyed this one, if you do me the favour of liking and subscribing, show your support on the channel, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you very much for your time.